Hey everyone, welcome back to my kitchen. My name is Mindy Banks. I'm the Flip Flop Chef. Today I want to show you how to make orange curd using Pampered Chef's Deluxe cooking blender. If you're not familiar with our blender, be sure to check out the playlist on my channel. I go over all of the different features and show you recipes for each one. If you're not a member of my recipe community, you can find it at theflipflopchef.com, and I hope that you enjoy this video and many, many more. So let's go ahead and get started. We're going to use the sauce setting on the Deluxe cooking blender to make our orange curd. You could do this exact same recipe, and instead of using orange zest and orange juice, you could use lemon zest and lemon juice. So you can pick whichever one you like, and that's what you'll want to make. You can follow the same recipe. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to zoom in so you guys can see what I am doing here and what I have already done. I've taken 2 oranges. These are honey bells, and I zested them using the zester attachment on this juicer. So let's do one more. We're going to zest 3 oranges. You just brush this back and forth just to grate the peel. Only the color. When you start getting to the white, you don't want to continue zesting because that part is really bitter. You want to get just the outer rind of your citrus fruit. So that goes for any citrus fruit. And just so you know, there's more flavor in the zest than there is in the juice. All right, so we're going to zest 3 of these. And, oh, I didn't grab a scraper. Let me grab one of those real quick, because I'm going to need that. We're going to add this into our Deluxe cooking blender. I'm not worried about getting every little drop. And I'm going to scrape what's on here off. And then we're going to use the juicer. Pop that piece right on. I'm going to cut our oranges in half, and we're going to juice them. We need a ½ cup of juice for the curd recipe. And I've already made a recipe of this, so you'll be able to see the finished product. All right, so these are so juicy, by the way. My boys and I went to an orange grove that's literally right around the corner from our house. And we picked these oranges over the weekend, and they are delicious. So these are honey bells, but they had so many different varieties. Now, if you're not able to see, this is, whoops, I'm pouring the juice right out. It says pampered, not perfect, right? This is what I meant to pick up here. You're gonna see that you're gonna be collecting the seeds. So those are gonna be separate from the juice. I think we're gonna have enough, hopefully anyway, since I just poured so much of that on the countertop. All right, let me clean up my mess here. All right, so we need a ½ cup of juice. I'm gonna measure this in our Easy Read measuring cup. I have more than I need. We'll pour this in the blender, and I'll set this aside. I can use it for something else. And let me just clean up here since I made such a nice mess. See, I do all the same things that you guys do, right? We're gonna add 1½ cups of sugar. We're gonna add 4 eggs and 4 tablespoons of softened butter. So we're gonna put that in. We're gonna add our lid. I'll bring the blender over, attach this on, and I'm going to turn this to the sauce setting. If you're not familiar with our blender, we have a smoothie setting, alternative milk, grind, heated wash, jam, soup, heated puree, and the sauce setting that I'm going to be using today. So we're going to put it on sauce, press start, and I want you guys to just watch for a second and just see what happens inside of this blender. It's just going to blend for just So it blends for just a short time, and when it's blending, it's blending and stirring, but when it's not blending, it's actually heating this up. So it shows me here that it's 66 degrees. If you've ever made a sauce on the stovetop, then you have to constantly stir it to keep it from burning, keep it from scorching. The great thing about the cooking blender It does the cooking and the stirring for you, and you don't have to babysit. You could like literally just walk away and let this do its thing. So the sauce setting is going to take anywhere from 30 to 40 minutes. The first stage is going to reach 176 degrees. At that point, it's going to beep and it's going to prompt me to add any additional ingredients. But for this recipe, there are no additional ingredients. And so once it says add, I'm going to press the wheel to start it again because I want it to finish cooking and to get to that higher temperature. So I'm going to stop this just so that you guys don't have to continue to hear the blending, and then you'll see that the heated part is when it's not blending. So this is what the finished product looks like. So this is orange curd. This is something that you can use in baking. You can use it on a charcuterie board. You can get really creative with how you want to use lemon curd, orange curd, any kind of curd that you're making. You can use it however way you like. Get really creative. I'm sure you guys have some better ideas than I do. I did make some orange Muddy Buddies. So if you're familiar with like the chocolate peanut butter Muddy Buddies, this is just a different variety, and I used the orange curd in this recipe. It's just white chocolate chips, orange curd, and a few other ingredients, and I will post that recipe in my recipe community. You can find it at theflipflopchef.com. These are delicious, by the way, and if you're making lemon curd, you could make lemon Muddy Buddies. It's totally up to you what flavors you want to make. So if you have any questions about this recipe or the Deluxe Cooking Blender, feel free to use the comments. I'm more than happy to answer them for you. Don't forget to join my recipe community at theflipflopchef.com, and be sure to check out my playlist for the Deluxe Cooking Blender on my channel. So see you next time.